This is absolutely insane. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just put on a masterclass against Greece, and a lot of people on this Team Canada team stepped up. RJ Barrett played out of his mind, Toronto Raptor. Dylan Brooks out there on the defensive end when he wasn't getting fouls, and the Team Canada squad had to deal with a ton of foul trouble in this game. When he wasn't getting fouls, he was clamping alongside Lou Dort, and this has me amped up, this Team Canada action, because that game we just witnessed against Greece was a complete thriller. It was a roller coaster, and my adrenaline is pumping. I'm feeling good that Team Canada is able to get a win against a top-notch squad. So we're going to break down this game. We're looking forward to head to this Olympic Games for Team Canada basketball, and why, even without Edie, even without Wiggins, I am amped up for this Team Canada team, because I think we can make a deep run, and dare I say, make a run at the United States for that gold medal. But before we dive into that, we have a very exciting and timely sponsor for this video. It's Rentals.ca, who are proud partners of Team Canada basketball, and why they have been supporting our national team defend their home court across the globe. They've been helping out Canadians all across the country find their home court on home soil, whether you're in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Halifax, Mississauga, Edmonton, Victoria, St. John's, coast to coast. Rentals.ca has you covered. Find the best rental in your area and at the best prices. Their website's clean, it's easy to use, and you can pinpoint exactly on the map where you're looking to rent and find your next place to move. So definitely check out Rentals.ca. They have a ton of options. The link to their website's in the pinned comment of this video, as well as in the description of this video. So shout out to Rentals.ca for supporting the channel, for supporting you guys and finding your next place to move. And frankly, I do usually say you guys last, but in supporting Team Canada, because this team is electric. This team is ultra fun to watch. So if you had fun with this Team Canada game, definitely check out Rentals.ca. Again, shout out to them. They're great folks over at Rentals. But let's dive in. Let's dive in to what just happened out here in this Olympic basketball action, because again, when Team Canada started this one off, it was looking good. We were smoking Greece, knocking down threes, hitting buckets left, right, and center. And then, Greece came back, man. They took their punches and just made their runs and stuff. Got a little bit chippy there at the end as well, which, again, team with Dylan Brooks on it, it's usually what's going to happen. Lou Dort on your squad, probably going to fire up and instigate the other team. But I want to talk first, about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I want to just discuss him because, again, people will look at this game and they'll look at Giannis, 34 points, 5 rebounds, all that type of stuff. Great free throw shooting. He was the best player. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the best player on the court. I know he missed a couple of shots here and there, but that man is smooth as absolute butter. He had 21 points in this game here tonight, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 5 of 10 from the field, and just the timely shots, the timeliness of what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing out there on the basketball court is something to behold. It's something to witness because, frankly, Shai is the best basketball player in the world. I'm biased. I love our Canadians. I don't care. Because what he's able to do just in those crunch time moments, because again, you can look at Luka Doncic, you can look at one of these guys and just say, hey, they need the ball in their hands to really create. Shai can just dial it back and be off the ball, can play defense, can do all these types of things. But when it matters, when it counts, he just gets you a good look. And frankly, if you watch the fourth quarter, because again, 21 points for Shai in this game, 21 points, that's width, essentially for the entire second half. The Greece having to revert to either like a double team automatically when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had the ball, or a weird 3-2 type of zone that they were running where they were just absolutely, it wasn't a natural regular 3-2. It was a 3-2 zone where the 3 guys would just run towards Shai. It was crazy. They did not want Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to have the ball whatsoever at any point in this game. And again, there was a stretch because Dwight Powell, starter for Team Canada, who is playing really well on the defensive end. I want to give my flowers to Dwight Powell because, again, the lack of forward depth on Team Canada is our notable sort of hole, and a lot of people are roasting, Dwight Powell's that. He's bringing the energy, the effort out there, especially on the defensive end. So shout out to Dwight Powell, but he ended up getting fouled out. Dylan Brooks got fouled out, Lou Dort got fouled out, and there was about a 4-minute stretch where Team Canada had to play without 4 of their starters, and frankly, Jamal Murray, he must be dealing with an injury here now at this point, but he's been limited in his minutes and was taken off the court, sub back in. He missed a couple open threes. We just had an absurd sort of decision from Trey Lyles, who, again, I think is doing the best, solid job. Like, I don't want to bash on any of our Team Canada guys right now, but made a pretty boneheaded decision, tried to dribble into traffic during the clutch of this game as the Team Canada center here now at this point. And then Shai just said, hey, give me the basketball, because they're face guarding. You know, they're glued to Shai here now at the end of this game. Shai said, give me the basketball, and he just got Team Canada a bucket. 2-3 guys on him. It didn't matter. He got to his spot in that mid-range area, kissed it off the glass, and ended up, didn't seal the deal for Team Canada in the win over Greece, but really did a lot, you know, for Team Canada, that were losing their momentum. We're kind of losing the height, and then really settled things down and put us in a good position. He had another possession like that earlier in the fourth where, again, Greece, they had so many shooters out there on this roster, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, just a little shimmy, a little shake, a little move like that, and then knock down a step back three for this Team Canada squad. Give this man his flowers. This man is an absolute phenom out there on the basketball court, and it's just great to see. It's great to witness someone that you have so much trust. Even when they miss, you're like, okay, it still felt good that we got that look off, because it's usually an automatic bucket. And the fact that we have someone like that in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on this team is just makes me feel so happy as a Team Canada basketball fan. Because usually we're rooting the underdog. We got that guy. We got the best player in the world in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on this Team Canada team. So it reminds me of Kawhi on the Toronto Raptors roster. That's what Shai reminds me of playing. I know I'm in the moment and I'm hyping stuff up, but love me some Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But also want to give some love, want to give some credit to the Toronto Raptor on this team, RJ Barrett, who put the exclamation point on this game, which frustrated some of the folks over in Greece, you know, with the ending dunk of this one. But man, RJ Barrett, he looked explosive. He was finishing around the basket. He was doing everything out there. 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 from free throws, which is great to see. 23 points, 3 assists, just looking like a bulldog out there going to the rim with finesse, with his strength and stuff. That was just a great all-around performance from RJ Barrett. And again, where Team Canada is thinner on their front lines, RJ Barrett had to play a decent amount of, like, I want to say power forward. I don't know if Shai or RJ were considered power forward, but to close off that game, we had to line up Jamal Murray, Andrew Nembhard, RJ Barrett, and Shai kind of running that 1 through 4 position. So RJ had to play a lot bigger than he did. I thought on the defensive end, just made a lot of solid plays. And we're just seeing the versatility, you know, the ability of RJ Barrett here now at this point to do a lot of great things on the basketball court. And frankly, again, because we know RJ Barrett, just watching him play for the Toronto Raptors, can drive into traffic a little bit aggressively and things like that. But from the exhibition games, and especially in tonight's game, or this evening's game against Greece, he's just picking his spots, making really good decisions on those straight line drives. So, man, all love to RJ Barrett, even though the jump shot wasn't going down like crazy, was just getting to the basket at will. And again, had some very timely moments for this Raptors team. Raptors. I can't talk with I'm used to saying Raptors too much. But again, it wasn't just the top 2 guys, you know, for Team Canada that played well in this one. I mean, Dillon Brooks, again, ended up getting 5 personal fouls, so got taken out of the game, but had 14 points, 6 rebounds, some really nice 3-point shots at the start of this game as well, and just was a hound, was a menace. Dennis the Menace. Brooks, he was out there on the defensive end. We know what Dillon Brooks could do. Everyone gets frustrated by him. But I've always been a fan. Even when he's on my Raptors team, I just always like Dillon Brooks. And he gets booed when he's in Toronto too. No one should boo this Canadian man. I don't care, unless he joins the Celtics or something and starts putting some antics up. If he's in the Western Conference and he comes here twice a year, Dillon Brooks deserves the love from the hometown fans. I don't care. Let's stop. I never wanted people to boo. I don't like people booing him when he came to Toronto, but Dillon Brooks, I love the energy he plays this Olympic team. But again, the whole squad. Lou Dort also played well, dealt with foul trouble, but 8 points, had a very, very clutch 3-point shot, despite the fact that Greece is kind of leaving him open for a chunk of this game. Great stuff. Already discussed Dwight Powell, Trey Lyles, with the exception of that boneheaded turnover. I thought defensively did the best he could against a Giannis Antetokounmpo, so that was positive. Kelly Olynyk not getting a ton of run in this game. Again, the minutes in this box score aren't actually up to date or whatever, but it's all no one played in this game. But Kelly Olynyk was like the 9th man on this team, it felt like. So, you know, Captain Kelly, you know, 4 points. I don't know if this is the greatest matchup with a Giannis, just a absolute, you know, big man just running down the lane. Kelly Olynyk defensively is just going to kind of get cooked against a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I imagine he'll get some more run in future games. Surprising to kill Alexander Walker didn't get more run, but again, didn't make a lot of shots, 0 points, but defensively could have helped out when everyone was dealing with foul trouble. I expect him to get more opportunities in future games, but Jamal Murray also didn't have the greatest of performance shooting the basketball, but I thought he knocked down, he iced his clutch free throws. It's nice to have that extra ball handler there. Seems to be injured, but I still don't know if he should be, even if he's injured, just sit him out at crunch time, but came back in when there's foul trouble. So there's that, and Nembhard had a nice step back jumper. Didn't get a lot of run himself, but Andrew Nembhard this team is deep. This squad is electric. It's going to be a really, really fun watch throughout these Olympic Games. So definitely keep it tuned to Raptors Digest. So, Team Canada Digest. That's what we're calling ourselves here now for the next couple weeks with the Olympic basketball happening. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. Check out Rentals.ca. The pinned comments holds the description of this video. You guys the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.